how to make wise choices in a chaotic world. Buddhist wisdom. The life of every human being, from the moment of birth until the final breath, is essentially a continuous chain of decisions. There are small decisions that seem harmless, whether to speak or remain silent, whether to react or let go, whether to move forward or to stop. But there are also major decisions, powerful enough to alter the entire course of a life: choosing a path, leaving a relationship, forgiving or nurturing resentment, living with awareness, or drifting in unconsciousness. Yet the greatest paradox of human existence is this: we always wish to make the right decisions, yet we repeatedly make choices that cause ourselves suffering. We know that anger will only make things worse, yet we still give in to anger. We know that attachment will cause pain, yet we continue to cling. We know that chasing pleasure brings only temporary satisfaction, yet we cannot stop. Why? According to the teachings of the Buddha, it is not because human beings lack intelligence, but because they lack mindfulness. When the mind is dominated by greed, anger, and ignorance, by fear, desire, and delusion, then even decisions that appear reasonable on the surface can lead to suffering. Therefore, in Buddhist teachings, making wise and correct decisions is inseparable from mastering the mind, understanding consequences clearly, and living with awareness in every single moment. Part 1. Looking into the mirror before every action. Wisdom from the Rahula Sutta. In the Rahula Sutta, the Buddha taught Venerable Rahula, his own son, a lesson that is extremely simple, yet profoundly deep. The Buddha asked, "Rahula, what do you think a mirror is used for?" Rahula replied, "Venerable sir, a mirror is used to reflect one's own image." The Buddha smiled and said, "In the same way, before doing anything through body, speech, or mind, you must reflect upon yourself." This is not merely a moral teaching. It is a deeply practical method for making decisions. 1. Looking into the mirror with mindfulness. Before acting, the Buddha taught us to ask ourselves, will this action cause harm to myself? Will it cause harm to others? Is it wholesome or unwholesome? Will it bring peace and clarity, or disturbance and agitation to the mind? These questions are not meant to judge or condemn, but to awaken awareness. When we truly pause and reflect, many actions we once believed were necessary suddenly reveal themselves as unnecessary. 2. The source of wrong decisions. The Buddha pointed out, most wrong decisions do not arise from ill intention, but from a lack of awareness. When we act unconsciously, swept away by momentary emotions, we fail to see long-term consequences. We see only immediate pleasure, instant relief, or the short-lived victory of the ego. And then, after the action is done, suffering begins. 3. Right decisions are rarely easy. One crucial teaching of the Buddha is this: the right path is often the difficult path. Speaking the truth, instead of what is pleasant, is difficult. Remaining silent instead of reacting is difficult. Letting go instead of clinging is difficult. Yet it is precisely these difficult choices that lead to inner freedom. Part 2. Pain is inevitable, but worry is a choice. One of the deepest insights of Buddhism is the clear distinction between pain and worry. 1. Pain is the nature of life. Birth, aging, illness, death. Loss, separation, disappointment, dissatisfaction. The Buddha never denied pain. He never promised that a mindful life would be free from suffering. He simply pointed out, pain is unavoidable, because it is the nature of a finite existence. 2. How human beings escape from pain. When pain arises, the instinctive reaction is to run away. We turn to alcohol, sexual pleasure, social media, excessive entertainment, material desires. These may numb the pain for a moment, but they never resolve it at its root. 3. Why chasing pleasure increases suffering. Because pleasure is inherently unsatisfying. The more we chase it, the more we need. The more we cling to it, the more we fear losing it. The Buddha taught, pleasure is not wrong, but when pleasure is used to escape pain, pain returns with greater force. 4. The core sentence of Buddhist wisdom. Pain is inevitable. Worrying is optional. When we truly understand this, we begin to reclaim mastery over our own lives. Part 3. Unconditional love, the source of inner peace. Most love in human life is conditional love. If you are good to me, I will be good to you. If you love me, then I will love you. The Buddha said this is not true love, but an exchange. 1. What is pure love? Pure love is without expectation of return, without demands, without conditions. The Buddha compared this love to a mother's love for her only child. 2. Expanding love to all beings. Buddhism teaches the practice of loving kindness, wishing happiness for friends, wishing happiness for strangers, wishing happiness even for enemies. Not because they deserve it, but because our own heart deserves freedom from hatred. 3. Practicing compassion daily. Each morning, simply sit still, breathe deeply, generate the intention, may all beings be well and happy. Gradually, your heart softens, and when the heart softens, your decisions naturally become gentler and wiser. Part 4. Mastering the mind, the key to every decision. According to the Buddha, if one cannot master the mind, no decision is ever truly free. 1. The nature of the mind is restlessness. The human mind tends toward anger, jealousy, greed, resentment. This is not a fault. It is simply its nature. 2. The 5 steps to working with negative emotions. Step 1. Redirect the mind toward wholesome thoughts. Recall a good deed, a moment of gratitude. Step 2. Contemplate the harm of unwholesome thoughts. Recognize that they bring suffering to oneself and others. Step 3. Do not give attention, let them fade away. What is not nourished gradually weakens. Step 4. Soften the mind with compassion. Think of kindness, gratitude, gentleness. Step 5. Firmly restrain with mindfulness. Only for those with deep and stable practice. 3. Patience is the key. No transformation happens overnight. But each time you choose awareness over reaction, you are changing your entire life. Conclusion: a perfect life is not a life without pain. According to Buddhism, a perfect life is not a life free from suffering, but a life in which we know how to pause before acting. We clearly understand the consequences of our choices. We do not allow emotions to dominate us. We cultivate compassion instead of hatred. We accept pain without choosing worry. Then, every decision, small or large, becomes a step on the path of awakening. And on that very path, we discover peace, wisdom, and true freedom.
Thank you for watching until the end of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to watch more interesting videos.